insulted. Has ever someone been brought to court for insulting Chigolani?
Dr. Nico, can I give you my views?
Olaba nti Honorable Hon Nsereko musajja mugezi nnyo naye olunaku olwaleero kiguddeko aguddeko ba foot soldiers abali mu international community kye bamukoze videos nzikuletedde maaso awo gumunankyukakyuka mbadde nkusaba giwe obudde kubanga mulimu bingi ebyokuyiga gwasobodde gisharingireko banno mu WhatsApp groups ez'enjawulo wamu ne Facebook group. Nyongera okujjukiza video gituweereka like mu mutima mulungi ebirengesa olutambula ate bw'oba omaze subscribing weegete ku mukutu gwaffe guno. Olunaku olwaleero Dr. Nico havuddeyo n'atabukira Honorable Hon Nsereko ng'ageza okubeera nga awunza bannayuganda bwali ku live ng'ageza okulaga nti no gavumenti ya His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni nsimbi nnyo era ye agiwagira at some extent. Omukulu avuddeyo n'amutabukira bubi nnyo. Video eno njagala ogyerabireko ogambe beddala goli ku site yani Honorable Hon Nsereko oba oli ku side y'omukulu Dr. Nico 0010 foot soldier.
Insulted. Has ever someone been brought to court for insulting Chigolani?
Dr. Nico, can I give you my views? Thank you very much. If anyone has insulted Chagulani, like everyone has insulted me, no one has ever been brought to court because they insulted me. But there are very many people that have insulted me or other people. You understand? But that doesn't make the law mute. If I wanted to do so, I would come up with what they call a private prosecution. I've seen people like, even those members of the NUP, like a lady called Juliet Zawede, a known funder. When her mother was insulted by one NRM cadre called, this gentleman is from Busoga, if some people can remind me his name, on Facebook, he insulted the mom of Juliet Zawede, who is a known founder of the NUP and the opposition, that the mother had, Kibedi. And she successfully prosecuted Kibedi using the law. So, yes, the media has been caught awash with prominent cases, but I think the law in itself had created a lot of sanity and people were willing to discuss matters that even if they were disagreeing, they were not seemingly abusive. I would like to tell you one thing about our culture, and probably it might differ from the European culture. We do not believe a lot in abusive language that is carried by people either mated on two families of people or by attacking people based on their tribes. Yes, are there those that do it even when they're in government? I absolutely agree with you. The fact that they are not brought to book does not mean that those cases will be buried. After they leave power, they can be charged by those. They can be charged with those cases. And I can tell you, very many people in government have been tribalistic. They have been sectarian, and the law doesn't protect them. They can use the tools of the justice system now to protect them, but in future they'll be brought to book using the same law. For example, if you commit murder today, you can walk away with it. But later, when the tools are not on your side, you'll definitely be charged. So the law, the amendment in the law was a creature in trying to bring out sanity amongst Ugandans that were not only using social media, but we also talked about hacking. And in the era of artificial intelligence, you've already seen, and many people realize at the moment that someone can use AI to produce another Dr. Nico, seemingly in a hotel room, sleeping with someone. Here, people are very sentimental because it's so cultural. Family ties are so, create a lot of attachment. So if you stop that, and people cannot be sanctioned by the law, then they will go by the law of the jungle. They'll start beating around everyone and then. Therefore, in my opinion, the courts relied on absence of quorum. They did not say that the law is bad in its own totality. They said that the quorum was not there. And what I hear is that the government in the next parliament is presenting a full law on the cycle to accommodate those clauses, and they'll pass it with a fully formed quorum. But if you say that was the law that was being used, even those that were charged, that are being charged, could be charged using other laws like incitement of violence, etc. And the same laws would act upon them. If government has used it and has misused it on certain individuals, that's definitely absurd. Like it has misused very many other laws, but that doesn't stop the law from being very, very good.
Well, for example, it is ridiculous that someone has been convicted for saying that Janet Museveni is dead. I think I have the liberty to say Janet Museveni is dead. I'm even happy about it to say that. But it is ridiculous that it is forbidden to say Janet Museveni is dead. We don't know whether she is dead.
Dr. Nico, you know of that conviction? Do you know anybody that has been convicted or someone has been remanded? Because it's two different things.
That is the same thing, right?
It's not
he
the
is
same
behind
thing,
bars
sir.
and he is being tortured. And he is accused under that law. And of course they remand him.
Let's get this. Let's get this well. There's a gentleman called Mukose. There's a gentleman called Mukose who clearly came out and stated that Janet Museveni is dead, which is not true.
How do you know?
Yeah, but he's not a relative. At least he's not a relative of hers.
No, seriously, how do you know that Janet Museveni is alive?
But Dr. Nico, let's go slowly, probably. One,
I like to go fast.
Okay, that's fine. The gentleman is not a relative of Janet Museveni. We might differ politically, but I have no right, at least under our law, to misinform the public with authority.
Nga tubitadde ku mabbali omukulu ndowooza mumuwulidde bulungi nnyo Dr. Nico takyayagala okumumanyira naddala ba political thinkers abalowooza nti bo abagezi nnyo ate mulowooza ba NRM tebeekubidde enduulu wuno Calvin Kayanja nti sitera nnyo muleeta n'olunaku olwaliro ngambye kamuleete kasa naye ku luno ayogeddeko amazima nti nibeddala mu Uganda tetulina basawo tetulina amalagala kyokka ate at the same time baagala okusalako ba intern doctors ate nga ba intern doctors babadde bayamba Abannayuganda. Video yino soko omwewulirireko nga yeekubira enduulu ongambye beddala oli ku sayidi yaani.
Accident tetusobola kuzigaana kituufu naye lwaki waliwo obulagajjavu mu ddwaliro ly'e Mulago? Munnamawulire munnaffe yatwaliddwayo ng'amaze okufuna accident ku kooti n'amala essaawa 2 ku emergency ng'abasawo bamuyitako buyisi. Paka bannaffe bwe baatuusa akaseera ne bagamba nedda katunoonye obulamu ewalala. Oyo muvubuka yandibadde mufu. Era neebaza nnyo mukama wange mukwano gwaffe Meja Emma Kuteesa weebale kutulaga Luganda. Ono muvubuka akubanja bulamu. Wale yange weeri. Lwaki waliwo obulagajjavu? Lwaki waliwo obutafa ku bantu ku emergency e Mulago? Omulwadde n'atuusibwawo mu political condition ne mumutunuulira nga TV evuddeko. Gavumenti eteeka ssente nnyingi mu ddwaliro lino. Kiswaza nnyo okuleeta omulwadde mu National Referral Hospital ne batuuka okumuggyawo bamutwale mu private. Bino oba mubyagala oba temubyagala tugenda kubyogera kubanga leero ono yafunye accident naye enkyanze luli oli. Eddwaliro gavumenti lyewa ssente empitirivu. Lwaki abalirimu tebaagala kukola? Mwenyinyibwa muli bakambwe nnyo temunnyonnyola mutunuulira omulwadde nga ekizibu ekize oba abalwadde mwabakoowa tetumanyi. Naye kiswaza nnyo okuleeta omuntu mu National Referral Hospital ne batuuka okumuggyamu nga tafiiriddwako. This is what happened. Bino bwe tutabyogera ani agenda okubyogera? Ssente mmeka President Museveni z'ateeka mu ddwaliro eryo? Mulaalo abasawo tugibateekemu tutya okufa ku Bannayuganda n'okubaagala? Oyo mwana singa mufu bamututte ku National Referral Hospital abasawo nga balaba mulabe. Abasawo b'e Mulago Bannayuganda baabakola ki? Kubanga accident tugenda kuziggyawo. Leero oyo enkyanze luli oli. Naye gye tuddukira okutaasa obulamu lwaki waliyo obulagajjavu bungi? Ne batuuka okujja omulwadde ku National Referral Hospital ne bamutwala ewalala. President Museveni amaanyi ge wassa mu PDM n'olambula nju ku nju n'okola ki? Ge maanyi ge gamu ge tusaba oteeke mu medical facilities zino. Zivunze ziggwawo obulagajjavu obutafa ku Bannayuganda abasawo abasasulwa balinga abataagala mirimu. Oyo musajja nga bamujja mu ddwaliro National Referral Hospital andi mwe mwagala bino tubirabe ffe tusirike enkya nange nfuna accident ndagajjalirwe nfe abantu bangi abafa nga tebannatuuka lwa bulagajjavu na butabafaako mu budde ebyo mbyogedde njagala okwebaza nnyo Meja Emma Kuteesa mukama wange watulaze omukwano watulaze obuzadde ono omwana akubanja bulamu singa teyabadde ggwe singa mufu ku kye twalabye emulago abagala okugenda ebweru Kuwait esimbudde babeetaaga abaana ab'obuwala n'ab'obulenzi